Alright. Bant Gyruda, or Gigan, the Cyberclaw Terror, however you prefer it. This is a companion card for our deck here that we're also playing copies of in the main deck. A Blyara, thanks for the 20 months. What is this deck looking to do? So the companion here says you can only have even mana costs in your deck. And then it says each player, when it enters the battlefield, puts the top 4 cards of their library into their discard pile. Then you get to put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those into play. So what this deck is looking to do is it's looking to drop the Cyberclaw Terror, and then ideally hit some Spark Doubles or some Thassas and kind of flip through your deck, adding more power to the table. And eventually you can grab things like Dream Trawler or Endrace Forerunner and punch people down. Unlike the Legacy version that we played the other day, this build generally does not full combo you when Gigan or Gyruda comes into play. You generally just put a lot of power into play. So if you're playing against someone else whose deck can make a similar big board state or a control deck with access to sweepers, it's not a guaranteed win, but it is doing something relatively powerful. Sometimes this build, if it hits the right combinations of thing against Endrace Forerunner, it can win the game on the spot, but that's going to be kind of the exception more than the rule when your Cyberclaw Terror comes down. And you'll never resolve it against Flash. Yeah, the Flash matchup is tough. We've got 4 Destiny Spinners here in the sideboard to try and help with that, but for the most part, I agree the Flash matchup is very hard for this deck. Let's dive on into some standard rank play with this and see how it goes. Hey, Slimon. Yeah, I didn't do all of the updates for things that people had sent in. So, things I responded to. I responded to the emails. I responded to exhibitions at like midnight last night. And then, believe it or not, I went to bed and then basically woke up, ate breakfast, and signed back on. So, any donations that happened last night or today, I'll get those tallied and added before tomorrow's stream. Looking for a 2-mana accelerant here, ideally. I'd probably mulligan this against a deck that was faster than the opponent's deck, but Yorion here tells me that my opponent's deck's likely pretty slow, so I think turn 4 this, turn 5 this is probably fine. We're not paying you to sleep. That's technically true. That is technically true. It's too little, too late. We have this next turn. They have to rise up. Rise up. Stream title. I don't wanna. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, the Gyruda response on Moto seems like a pretty huge overreaction. On Moto's part, unless there's something broken with that I don't understand. Please martyr humans and historic. Sounds good, Lumbering Falls. Thanks for the support. Yeah, that's fair. They probably just don't want to comp people. I don't know. I feel like I understand not wanting to comp people, but like they literally turned off events in the middle of the events, from my understanding. So like, couldn't they just comp people in those events and then like ban it afterwards? Like turning off the events mid-event seems like a huge overreaction. We get to grab Spark Double and make a friend. And then we get to grab the Endrace Forerunners. Wait, this isn't even actually that good. It doesn't give these haste. Why did I think this was... And I guess it's fine. I just assumed this card was... It's 10 mana, or 8 mana, or whatever. So I just assumed this was... What's the card Legacy Elves plays? Craterhoof Behemoth? I assumed this gave our other creatures haste. This card does not seem particularly good here, huh? The Drunk Owl, thanks for the 7 months. Oh, you're right. Craterhoof doesn't give haste either, does it? Yeah, Elves usually just has more dorks in play. Finale gives haste. That's the one I'm thinking of. I was like, I felt like there was a big dumb green thing that gave haste. It's like, I could have sworn there was a big dumb green thing that gave haste. Alright, at any rate, I guess we shouldn't complain because this Spark Double's gonna win the game next turn. Give him the claw! The claw! Bill Nye, the zombie guy. What's science? Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. And Race Board's runner is fine there. Don't listen to me. So, Aether Gust here against their deck. Do I want Disdainful Stroke? I guess they always have Yorion, huh? Trim Fiend Artisan. Charming Prince is probably a good one to keep. What do I want to get rid of? Do I just trim some ramp when I'm on the draw? That's probably silly. Is this too much interaction? Let's just board in 4 pieces of interaction. Bring in Return to Nature because a lot of people have Cage now. That's fair. We have Rhythm of the Wild. A lot of people have Cage now. What is life? So hoping to hit lands here for the next couple turns. We ran into any Temur Reclamation decks. Yeah, I played against Temur Rec yesterday. Our last match against Sultai Control. Ooh, they're missing a land. That's good for us. Yep, opponent is playing Yorion Elementals. It's actually a deck that we played. We played a little bit of yesterday. Seems sweet. So hoping to draw another untapped land here so we can Giga Claw next turn. Give him the claw! I'm gonna use my mana for the turn and just Aether Gust this Leafkin Druid. Are we YOLOing this claw, or do we put them on interaction? Do we put them on interaction and we just play like Elite Guardmage? I have another claw in my hand, though. Alright, YOLO. I think we're gonna get disputed. I think if I didn't have the second one in my hand, I'd take it slow. But I think with the second one in my hand, we just jam. If we get Cheeto Fingered here, I'm gonna be a little bit sad. I'd like to dodge that. Rats. Maybe we're supposed to be conservative with the second one, since they have a 5-drop they want to play anyways. Omnath. Reaches up and grabs you with his handful of Cheeto fingers. That pause there, I think they have another dispute, so I'm just going to attack them for 4. Rather than playing Thassa. Yeah, everybody does Toontingy. Daily deals are the same for everyone. They have Stroke. Okay, that's rough. I mean, they did miss a land drop at one point. So, like, you know. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. I swear I'll never talk bad about you again, Big Piggy, if I draw an untapped land. I'll never speak so badly to you again. Just alright, well, we're still doing this, but it's less good than if we had an extra untapped land for 4 more. Attack! So we have 12, 19 here. They're effectively at 22, so they're going to go to 3, 2 or 3 here. Yeah. Great Piggly Wiggly. Great Piggly Wiggly. Alright, they find the untapped land here. They get to escape this. They found a tapped land. It's not an untapped land. I think they're dead, right? Yeah, our secondary game plan, and like I feel like that game really highlighted some of the strengths of this archetype. Like, they had 3 counter spells, they stopped our cheese plan, and our backup plan was just like, alright, do the thing. Seems super, super reasonable. Sure. Probably fires. I think I'm in for that. Yeah, I've seen some Sultai variations. A lot of different directions you can build with this in. And again, that's why the companions really seem neat. There's a different range of decks with the different companions, and each companion has a couple different directions you can build it in. It also has felt like there are a variety of decks that are still competitive without companions in them, which is a good sign. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to wait a little bit and see, obviously. Because, like, what's good and what's not will take a little bit to shake out, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel like if this format ends up being something I don't enjoy, it probably won't be due to companions. It'll likely be related to getting Brazen Borrower, Teferi, and Aether Gusted like last season. The companion aspect of this format so far is one that I've liked in the half a week or so that we've been playing. I think I'm going to hold on to the second Charming Prince till after I get Elite Guardmage down or some other kind of value card. Good morning, Matthew. Is Gust better than Flash Freeze? By so much, I can't even put into words how much better, Niv. As someone who once registered Flash Freeze and wasn't embarrassed by it in Modern, it is so much better.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Hearthstone's fun. Hitting things that are in play is a big deal. I've registered Autumn's Veil. Now that's a magic card. It is. It's funny when you think about the fact that Veil of Summer is better than Autumn's Veil, even without the draw card. Like, just card text to card text, Veil of Summer is better than Autumn's Veil minus the draw card. Alright, so 16, 22, I can keep the Elite Guardmage here. Although I probably want to just gain 8 with it, huh? Oh, Luris Grixis Delver sounds great, Maddie. Luris Grixis Delver sounds great. Is that a reason to play Delver over Shadow? That could be a real reason, right? I think we're dead, right? Yeah, I feel pretty dead. And, like, that's honestly game. People, and again, this is why the people who have been complaining about things, I've heard people saying this deck's obnoxious and needs to be banned. Like, I'd be pretty surprised if the archetype that we're playing is too good. Like, the opponent didn't even really interacted with us. They just, like, were a linear deck that raced us, and they just, like, straight up outraced us. Sounds good, Chill Shade Racer. That'll get updated after I'm done today. What do I want to trim here? I feel like Dream Trawler is probably too slow and fair. I think I just want Aether Gust. It's only annoying if you have no interaction. Yeah, I guess, but I mean, like, again, like, even just looking at this game that just happened, like, my opponent didn't interact with us. They just raced us. And, like, they raced us appropriately, right? Yeah, like, people talk about bannings. People talk about companions being a mistake. Like, maybe those things are true. But, like, we don't know. And, like, pretending like you know is very silly. Let's just be on the ground floor of the hot takes, just in case they're right. It's standard inverter combo. I haven't heard that. Is that something people are actually saying? That can't be real, right? I guess you could play it in Sultai with Thought Erasure. This archetype's probably gassed with Thought Erasure in a Sultai build. You know nothing. Hey, the fact that you realize you know very little puts you ahead of a lot of people. Our deck doesn't, yeah, we just like, We're just like hoping to cast 6/6s and that they're good enough, right? That's the game plan from here on out. We did, Maddie. It looks like they're just giving people a freebie. Our 6/6 will have vigilance thanks to Thassa. Is this the deck that's ruining Magic? It seems like it is, in fact, a slow, clunky ramp deck. That is an accurate descriptor of what our deck is doing. We are in fact, just a ramp deck. We're a ramp deck where our payoff involves flipping coins. We're a ramp deck where our payoff isn't guaranteed. Arano, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Where you always have the payoff, but the payoff in what it does varies wildly. Yeah, it's super novel. I think this deck seems neat. Hey, we're only one land off of casting that. That's sweet. Rodzilla! Thanks for the 5 months. Oh, no. They say he's got to go. Go, go, Rodzilla. Would you tap that, Thassa? I tapped that so hard. A clunky ramp deck where you get to flip coins is this Marvel. Yeah. We need Rakdos for more coin flips. Oh, it's funny because it's true. All right. Gyruda doesn't die to Rakdos. That's accurate. That is accurate. Gyruda does in fact not die to Rakdos. Gyruda's a demon. All right. We're dead? I have Thassa. I'm dead in 2. We want them to play something we can Aether Gust this turn. So we can, like, tap a thing, Aether Gust their blocker, draw a land for end raise attack for lethal. I just clicked past my thing. Well, you know. Still likely to die there. We'd be going to 2, so we'd have to draw exactly a basic or Fabled Passage. But and they'd have to not have a blocker that doesn't get Aether Gusted. Most likely they're winning, but it was a whoops, yep. We clicked past playing to an out that was small. Seems very good. We did not. As always, you can find my schedule on my website. As a heads up for people that are fans of Magic's older format, that we don't really have that many MTGO submissions anymore. In fact, the modern deck that's in there is one I personally added. I didn't get a donation for that one. So, there's going to be less Magic Online content and more Arena on this channel moving forward. Way more arena submissions than Magic Online submissions. So that's not particularly close. I mean, I'd argue it's not an unnecessary feature, Pift. Like, in instances like that where I misclicked. Correct. If people submit more Moto decks, we'll play more Magic Online, but playing 1, 2, 3 Moto decks a week is fine with me. YOLO Swaggins. Oh, man. We did have someone re-add the Belcher deck. Moto also banned the Belcher deck, though, so, you know. Our deck's so busted, chat. My deck is busted, this I know, because the Reddit tells me so. Don't even ask. Thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Gyruda is currently bugged on Magic Online, and they've temporarily banned it until they fix the bug. Luris is banned because of the Ballista bug. Alright, I think we're not... We'll play Magic Online again when they fix their stuff. Probably gonna push off until they fix all their issues. So never, something like that. The next of never. Ooh. I'm gonna cut a bunch of my ramp and just bring in some interaction. That sound good? Sounds great. The bugs will continue until morale improves. Luris is bugged in Arena 2. Can't sideboard in cards that aren't allowed in the main deck. That's how companions work, Gully. If you sideboard in cards that break your companion rule, you have to give up the companion. If you cut the companion from your companion slot, you can board appropriately. You gotta move it out of the companion slot. Hey, thanks for the 5 months of support there, Jay the Beard. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The interface does not do a good job of helping people understand the Magic the Gathering rules. Legacy Gyruda was gross. It really was. In, like, the best way possible. Arena is bugged. It won't let me cheat like I do in paper. Yep. Wow, so there's like an actual factual flash deck, huh? Cutthroats and all. I think I'm willing to trade this for Stomp. I don't know, maybe this is wrong because having things uncounterable is important, but I feel like I'm willing to take this trade. Wow! just straight up bluffs. My opponent just has like the biggest stones. I respect your dojo, opponent. There is no fear present on either side of this board. Fear is not beknownst to us, chat. I ain't scared. So obviously should have waited to play this till post-combat. I think I want to do that. That might be too cheeky. I don't know. I like pretty into this Destiny Spinner. Yeah, it's not like as good as remanding my own spell, but it's like pretty close. Sure. Hey, maybe they had the stomp all along. Opponent learned their lesson, no bluff this time, yep. We ain't scared over here. Come on, untapped land. Come on, untapped land. They didn't have the borrower last turn, so I think this trade is appropriate. Will do, Nathan. Land. Perfect. That is not a biggity bomb. Bottom of it. We're still at 23 here. I think if they attack with both, we just take 7. Because I want the most creatures in play possible if we hit the pig. Did I board the pig out? Wait, did anybody remember? Did I board the pig out? I think I cut the pig, right? Because they're a counterspell deck. I'm like 95% sure I cut the pig, so I'm going to block. It's the fastest Gyruda combo can go off in Modern. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I'm sure there's people working on that. That sounds like a fine consolation prize in case we break. You can go off on 3 in Historic. Yeah, but in Historic, you don't really have a critical mass of clones, right? In Modern, and even in Pioneer, you get more clones. Wow. That feels like we stole one, right? Like beating Flash with this deck feels like it's probably above average. Man, I still don't have play-sensitive rares in the set. that first hand's not quite good enough. I think we just mulled a 7. Great, another Kruga here. Probably fires. They're playing 5 different versions of Blue-Black Flash. The Mutate one feels the best. I mean, it's got sharks in it, man. Why? Of course, the version of the deck that's got a bunch of sharks in it's the best. Look at, you see how swole his arms are? He hits the gym. Jeff, you have a shark problem. Don't tell me how to live my life. You're not my dad. Yeah, Bant's real sweet. I agree. The Mutate Flash list is on my Stream Decker. We played we actually didn't play any games with it. It was like what we theory crafted after playing a bunch of medium Blue-Black Flash lists yesterday. You also get to hum Baby Shark while playing it. It's basically all upside. It's an all upside list. It's very adult deck building. All 4 ofs. You love to see it. Show me Fires of Invention. You love to not see it, chat. You love to not see it. Of course we put Baby Godzilla in the deck. Baby Godzilla's my boy. Baby Godzilla and I, we go way back. Baby Godzilla is my favorite Polywog. Me too. Me too. Baby Gzilla. He said Baby Gzilla's an honorary shark. Ain't that the truth? Alright, flip the Gigian again. Give him the claw! The cyber claw! Well, that's unfortunate. At least we get to untap Thassa at least. Oh no. In the near future, I expect Jeff to restrict exhibitions to only include Shark Tribal or Shark Builder. I mean, Sharknado is also excellent. Yeah, I agree, Percy. If this deck acts as like a splinter twin for the format, this archetype probably punishes things like the mopey Bant deck from last season. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him here. All right. You love to see it, chat. Nah, I don't keep up my Commander stuff, DNN. Could have been a misclick. We'll never know. Do we think Dream Trawler's good here? I feel like it's not. I feel like I just want my Aether Gust and my Strokes. I feel like I need a Baby Godzilla print when that's potentially a thing. Who did the artwork on Baby Godzilla? Does anybody know offhand? What does back to nature commit against if not this? I have no idea. I don't know. What do you want to cut? And again, like, chat, the people that are asking me to tell you why it's a mistake, I don't know that it's a mistake. So if you think it's a mistake, make an argument. Explain to me why you think I should be boarding in the card that you want me to put in. And more importantly, tell me what I'm supposed to be cutting. I am 0% confident that I know what I'm doing here. I'm playing a deck list that somebody submitted. It's my first time playing it. I'm fumbling through just like you. The reason why I ask people to make discussions and arguments is because I want to learn too. I want to get better, and talking with other people through their processes is how we understand. It's how we learn, chat. And part of the reason why I can fumble through is because I have a process of rigorously thinking about, well, is this good? What problem does this solve? What am I cutting? Is that better than what I'm cutting? Those processes that I ask folks in chat to go through are the processes you should go through to develop the critical thinking skills to be good at Magic. To be able to make those decisions yourself. At a glance, my base instinct on not boarding in the Return to Natures is, on a surface level, looking at what their deck is doing, I think Return to Nature seems worse than Aether Gust and Disdainful Stroke. Because I'd rather be able to impact their creatures more than just their enchantments. And I don't think I can afford to board in more cards than that. Our deck's a combo deck, it's an engine deck, and I think boarding in 8 cards is probably a mistake. I think. And if Return to Nature doesn't come in here, does it come in anywhere else? That's a good question. Think about other matchups and think about, are there places we want that to come in? Devs, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoglandia. Yeah, I'm like, these lines of thinking, they apply to real life too. They apply to things outside of Magic. Having a good foundation in game theory is useful for all sorts of life skills. Looking at different things that you do in your life in terms of expected value and what the possible outcomes are and what the likelihood of those outcomes are makes decision making a lot easier. I think the giant monkey can be reasonable versus fires. Ooh, I like the idea of monkey. We had someone monkey us before. Yeah, having another fatty that doubles as a removal spell sounds okay. You can play moths instead. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the pig. The pig has felt pretty okay in like our fairish game plan. Yeah, there's a couple of moths in our sideboard. I really like the idea. The dream trawlers don't seem... I'm like struggling to think about what I want these dream trawlers in my sideboard to do. And I feel like we're about to get Ember Cleaved and die, right? I feel like the dream trawlers don't do a whole lot for me. I don't know that I've been very impressed with this card. Yeah, my plan is just like trim those and bring in a bunch of Aether Gust. Fiend Artisan seems slow and clunky too, though. I don't look at deck lists while I'm streaming, devs. There's just too much going on, and I've got a lot of content that I aim to get through in a day. If you pop on into the subscriber Discord server, I'm happy to chat on off-stream time about specifics on deck lists a lot of the time. Yeah, I don't always acknowledge shilling deck bumps fall not dead because they're not actual money, especially when there's a lot of other things going on. But there's a log at the end of the stream that they all get accounted for at the end. Swapping Dream Trawler for King Kong sounds appealing. I think I might do that after this. Like, Giga hitting King Kong, killing the thing, like, puts you so far ahead on board presence. It seems really good. Yeah, I could see Pig not being great either. Oh no. Oh no! Hide your memes, chat! They're coming for our memes! So, instead of the return to natures, the what's it called? The mutate, destroy an artifact or enchantment, the mutate, destroy an artifact or enchantment, that costs 4, right, Gemrazer? What if we played King Kong can kill this? Yeah, it's 3 to mutate, but it's an even converted mana cost, right? Yeah, that might be worth trying. I don't like boarding in, so like, the problem with a card like Return to Nature, people are starting to play Grafdigger's Cages, and I'm actually going to concede this, let's make a couple changes here. People are starting to play Grafdigger's Cage, but I don't like boarding in Return to Nature in the dark, because Return to Nature's a card that's just blank when they don't have their hate card a lot of the time, right? And a card like Gemrazer is still just a 4/4. Which seems great. Monkey can also kill Cage, yeah. Ape. This seems good. Fights a creature when it attacks, destroy an artifact or enchantment. I don't know that I'm a fan of Pig or Dream Trawler. Some number of apes in here. God, how many of these can I play? Can I play 3 of this card? Getting this card seems really good, right? Like, 6/6, like, think we play this, we hit exactly this, we're super happy, right? Like, we have a 6/6, we have a 7/6, we killed their biggest creature. We probably win those games. Blinking this with Thassa also just seems absurd. Yeah, he's good with these effects too. Can I play a 3rd Collector? I feel like Collector's pretty good. What are other cards that solve problems? We wanted to look at the Mutate card. I don't know. Yeah, I think Fiend Artisan seems a little cute. I think I like this better than Return to Nature. I like that this just like has a good stat line. Is it crazy to just play a couple of these in the main deck? Wilt. Naturalize with cycling is appealing. This might actually be better than Gemrazer. I don't hate this. I like that this is a good example of a card that's easy to bring in. I don't hate that. We could also just play Broodmoths in the main. We have 10 ramp spells. Broodmoth with Gigan is kind of funny. Would we rather try Armored Killer or Mothmane? How many white sources do we have is a question. This mana is 6 or 12, 13. I only have 14 white. I guess I have Paradise Druid too, though. Would I rather have 3 Collectors or 3 Mothra? Mothra's harder to cast. I think I like getting to 6. Like going 2-drop second ramp spell. This sounds good. Let's do 3 Collectors for now. See how it feels. Sure. Someone asked why only 3 Spark Doubles. Well, Spark Double's the thing you always want to hit when you Giga. You like, sometimes your Giga gets countered, sometimes you're stuck with this just rotting in your hand. You don't always, like, drawing a bunch of Spark Doubles is really not great. This is kind of funny. This feels like a reason to play more Incubation Druid. To have, like, infinite mana next turn now. It's kind of sad that I drew 2 apes instead of getting to flip one to Giga Claw. Do I play the ape or do I play the terror? I think I just play the terror. I don't need a Paradise Druid. I make them discard a card. Is this thing really not trample? What a tilt. It also doesn't have reach. Huge Elf Boy, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. Get him. This is my Titan Ape. There are many like him, but this one is mine. Punch that one. Do I even attack here? I guess they only have one free block, right? So I should probably attack. Yeah, this also destroys artifacts or enchantments when it attacks, so it's going to get to kill oven. Wait, they just forget to use the oven? It's a pretty big miss. Yes, yeah, this picks Priest back up, or Charming Prince back up too. All right. Alright, so Wilt seems good. Armored Killer seems good. Mothra doesn't seem very good. They're not really killing our stuff. I don't think I want that for the combo aspect. These both seem great. What are we trimming here? I think it's just another 4-drop. Is it just Collector? I feel like it's probably Collector. Yeah, but like, I'd rather keep my 2-mana ramp, right? Like, I don't know that I want to cut my density of things that combo either. So, like, I still have 11 ramp spells, right? It's not ramped to 4. Gemrazer is the non-armored killer card. Now, I think Elite Guardmage is pretty important. I think gaining 3 is pretty crucial in this matchup. They're an aggro deck. It's the 19 months, Torcat. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do you really need that much artifact / enchantment hate? So, again, one of those pieces cycles. So, if it's not good, it just cycles. And another one of the pieces is a 4/4. So, if we don't need it, it's still a 4/4. So, like, again, you definitely want to kill Oven every time they have it, right? That's pretty important. You just always want to kill Oven. I think I can actually be greedy and bottom that. Well, we weren't getting that anyways. That's cute. I think I just play this in game 2, right? Or game 3. I am going to need another blue source at some point. Because I can't cast Cyberclaw unless I have double blue. Man, Elite Guardmage would have been really good. Gonna grab Island Tears. This is when we draw untapped blue source. We can Giga Claw next turn. Hey, Hedgehog, thanks for 13 months. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Even if they have some kind of trick. I think they were just attacking to play the Elite Guardmage like this, but I can't afford to play around a trick here, I don't think. So hoping for a blue source to do this. Alright, well, we get to do this. This is technically putting 2 blue sources into play, huh? Blue sources with suspend 1. And then we're hoping this Giga Claw can find us some things that gain life. We're down 2 Elite Guardmages, though. I don't think I can afford to take 3 here. I think I just spend that. I don't need it. Ape would also be useful since they have a priest now. Did we play the Jeskai Omnilist? We did. Sweet. I get to do this. Actually, I'm gonna Elite Guardmage first, I think. Having a spell that's bad here is also great because it means when they escape this Croxa next turn, I don't care. Do I want a 2/1 or do I want them to discard a card? I think I'd rather have a 2/1. Attacking doesn't do anything because they have the cat in the oven, so we'll just pass here. Yeah, we only got half the possible triomes. It's unfortunate. Needed a King Kong real well. Real bad. Did not get there. Really surprised they didn't sack this. And kill my Paradise Druid. So they can deal 4 here. So we're probably dead. We need like a pretty good draw. Or 2 to not die next turn. Do they do 2 here down to 5? Then the ovens can put us to 3. And they can attack us down to 1. Or down to 2. Yeah. Though what's it called? That dork with reach ran us down, Robber of the Rich. It was real good. I think I'm happy with how I boarded it. Let's just run it back. Oh. Robber on the play is very, very good. Correct. It takes your already huge tempo advantage and then snowballs it really hard. Robber is good at snowballing tempo advantage into card advantage. Yeah, the double act of treasons were also great for the opponent. I'm gonna bottom that. I think I just want actual land drops. Apparently, there's a standard PTQ on Magic Online today, but, like, a bunch of the companion cards are bugged, right? So, like, how does that work if a bunch of the companion cards are bugged and they're having a PTQ today? I mean, I know the answer to how that works. It's just, like, it's a sad answer, right? Old Man Suede, thanks for the 2/3 VR. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. just block here. Yeah, Luris is bugged with X spells, right? Is my understanding. They banned Gyruda in all formats because it's bugged. Okay, buddy, but Gyruda is actually banned in every format on Magic Online right now because it's bugged. Apparently Luris is bugged with X spells on Arena as well. Lol. I am inevitable. I am inevitable. Give them the claw. The claw. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. 6 mana, 19 power. Go. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. That's not true. I got a monkey in the hole too. Giant monkey versus small priest. Titan Ape seems real good in this archetype. Titan Ape seems real good in this archetype. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. It was not, it was, yeah, they were on the draw, and it was not particularly close. We will get, for people that are looking for deck lists for the Hoaglandia Open next weekend, the Lotus Box folks are putting on a tournament today, and I think they said they had over 200 people or close to it in it. And there's a Magic Online PTQ going on today as well, so I'll have a couple of tournament data points for that. Zero, thanks for the 16 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. EVN, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Sand's great, right? Yeah, Collector looking good again. 2, 3, 4. Cyber claw you out the door. Nice, Black. Yeah, and the one in the queue isn't exactly what we're going to play. I did some changes last night when I imported it, but yeah. I'm going to put my sponsor screen up here and restart Arena really quick here, just in case we're disconnected. My opponent's timer hasn't started going down yet, so I feel like there's a chance that were the ones disconnected. So these people are great. Buy their stuff. Pay no attention to the restart behind the curtain. I need to put the Cool Stuff Inc. banner up there. Completely forgot to put that one up there. Maybe I'm supposed to bottom that. Which IQR deck have you liked the most? All the ones with mutate cards. Don't ask me to pick. I love them all equally. The mutate mechanic is by far what I've enjoyed the most. Another Luris deck here. King of the Cosmos and I are wonderful. Nope, Cool Stuff Inc. is open and fulfilling orders. Yep. In fact, that was one of the things they wanted to make sure that I plugged while they're sponsoring the tournament on what's it called on Saturday. If you're interested in playing in the Hooglandia Open, check that out. Check that out here. How many people are we up to, by the way? Up to 165 players. That's exciting. I wonder if there is a black-white build of this Luris Priest deck. Because if you play the black-white build, you can play... What's the black-white 2-drop that when something dies, your opponents lose life? That seems potentially very good. How do you sign up for the Open? You click that MTG Melee link. Cruel Celebrant. Yeah, that's the one. Because you can't play Mayhem Devil with Luris' deck building requirement, but Cruel Celebrant you can play. Yeah, maybe Corpse Knight is okay. I don't know. I don't know about Corpse Knight, but Cruel Celebrant seems great. Alright, so really hoping to hit King Kong next turn. God, should there just be 4 King Kongs in our 75? I feel like against any creature deck, the ape is like the best thing we can hit, right? I'm gonna ditch my backup collector here. Alright, with that draw, do I just play Ape? I just Ape their Priest, right? If I Ape their Priest, they're just super far behind. Yeah, there should probably just be 4 of this card. This is a really good Flame Tongue Kavu, chat. As far as Flame Tongue Kavus go, this one is really good. I should have attacked before playing the Ape. I gave them more information now. This card destroys Oven game 1, too. It destroys Grafdigger's Cage post-board. Yeah, 7/6 is huge. And it does more than that, too, right? It's not just Flame Tongue Combo. It doesn't just kill their thing. Has a bunch of other text on here, too. Oh, Crocosaur. That card had such a neat dynamic in Hex Mary Squirrel, because it had to fight exactly 2 things. I think Cage should be in most sideboards right now. Yeah, I think so. Most of the decks I'm building that don't get impacted by Cage have Cage in the board, and even some of the ones that I do have Cage in the board. Alright, so do I make a second Kong and kill the Priest again? What if I just, like, make a Kong, kill the priest, attack for 11, right? It's actually just, like, better than Cyberclaw here, I think. So I just, like, don't want them to activate priest next turn, is basically the TLDR. That's true. If they have claim, they could still priest us next turn. That's fair. But then we just sack the collector. Sure. The old concede to the face. Current quantity / expected quantity of cards. Alright, it's a feature. Pay no attention to the... Wait, I clicked the Mothra and it's still there? I clicked the Mothra. Okay, I pull the... Okay, I have to pull my companion out to see how I'm sideboarding, apparently. Okay, pulling the companion out to see how I'm sideboarding appears to work. I bet that bug is because I disconnected and reconnected during the match. It doesn't let me submit my sideboard. The usernames are wrong. All right, let's relog and see if we can get back in quickly and actually board. Thanks for the 12 months, Spider Monkey. The fact that they don't regression test people disconnecting and reconnecting mid-match is such a huge miss. That should definitely be on the list of things they regression test, release to release. Nope, we're back to the wrong quantities here. The usernames are wrong. Okay, I think we're just not going to get to sideboard here, which is unfortunate. This is how we want to sideboard, I think. Wilt and Armored Killer in, Thassa, Umori, and 2 Mothras out. Yeah, especially in a client where, like, this is the thing people are doing. Hey, what's funny here, too? If I hit return to battlefield... Wait, why is my time going down? So I'm like, I'm up, okay, let me reconnect again. So I'm like, I'm up a game and I can't play? Fingers crossed we get to sideboard for game 3. Fingers crossed we get to sideboard for game 3. Fingers crossed we get to play game 2. Fingers crossed we get to play game 2. Well, the companions don't show up until someone chooses to play or draw. So the companions get revealed after play draw is picked. Thanks for the 7 months, Space Martian. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm kind of sad too, because I almost care about my rank this season, maybe. I might play the qualifier next month. Alright, their timer's going down. Yeah, I wonder if they're having a similar issue and they just can't do anything. Did they just turn this match into best of one? 2 best words in the English language, chat. We're gonna win by default. Alright, I'm gonna add the CSI logo here really quick before I forget again. Since that's not working anyways. Oh, wait. Oh, see, all I had to do was go do something else and then it worked. Alright, see, I decided I wanted to do something else and then Arena decided it was gonna work. And that sideboard glitch is definitely a regression. That's something that's happened in the past before. That is not a new bug. Yeah, we won game 1. This is our 2nd time playing this, or 3rd time playing this matchup. This matchup seems pretty decent for our deck. Nice, Emerald. I need to complain to you about my first world problem a little bit, chat. I started a new Invisalign tray last night and my teeth hurt. Wallow with me. Thank you for the 22 months, Ergo. I appreciate that. Welcome back. What's the line of thought for Dork Overgrowth? I don't know. I didn't really have one. And it's like a first world problem because I could afford to pay $3 grand after we saved up to get the teeth done, but it still hurts after. Why couldn't I just pay money for it not to hurt? Yeah, our good dental insurance covered $1,200 of the $5,000 that it costs to do Invisalign. Is it paying money for it to not hurt doing drugs? Good question. Life is suffering. Invisalign is like adult braces. Yeah, it's yeah, we'll take Thassa and spin again. They take scans of your mouth and they make custom plastic molds that slowly push your teeth into a straightening them out. So you can't even really see them on me in normal. They're mostly invisible, thus the name. But I am wearing them constantly. You have to wear them 20 to 22 hours a day is the goal to wear them for them to be effective. Tal Rand, thank you for the 28 months. I appreciate the tier 3. Welcome back. All right, and Spark Double's actually better than Monkey here, I think. Elite Guardmage is perfect. Wanted to gain some life there. Yeah, you sleep with them. You need to wear them ideally, you're supposed to wear them 22 hours a day. They're supposed to only be out when you're eating. Which is why when I eat midstream, I take a break after I'm done eating to go brush my teeth and put them back in. It is super annoying that Spark Double doesn't copy the Sweet Skin. I agree. I did. We got our free 100 gems out of the daily deals. This matchup seems pretty good. I feel like our opponent's deck has, like, gotten to do their thing in most of the games that we played, and their thing just hasn't been good enough. Which their deck had been, like, fun policing all the brews we tried to play the other day, so, like, playing this and just dumpstering them feels real satisfying. Alright, thoughts on this. Titan Ape is the stone cold nuts. This card seems real good. Our deck was much better with this card in it. Having some real removal in the main deck was great. Spark Double with it is good. Thassa with it is good. Charming Prince with it is good. In fact, with that in mind, looking at the curve of my deck here, these Mothras are probably worth testing, but I kind of want more Charming Princes since we're playing these monkeys, and I kind of want to, like, cut these and, like, do this. Is that crazy? I feel like that's not crazy. It makes the curve of the deck look better, too. It gives us 14 2-drops, which are reasonable. Charming Prince is pretty good in the aggro matchup, too. Like, being able to gain life is pretty important in spots. Yeah, I think I could see fourth monkey being good even. Like, this card is just so good. It's possible that with 4 Charming Princes, we don't need 4 monkeys, just because this kind of gives us more virtual monkeys, because it blinks the monkey. Thoughts on Wolf Willow Haven over Incubation Druids for less interactable ramp. So, I like the fact that Incubation Druid is capable of fixing my colors. These colors don't have a triome, and I only have 13, 14, 16. I have 17 blue. That's probably fine. If I don't play the Mothras, the Incubation Druids are less important. The Incubation Druid alongside Spark Double was good at one point, though. That was nice. Incubation Druid, I think, is also important to play if we want to play Gemrazer in the sideboard. It's also possible that Gemrazer isn't useful in the sideboard and we'd rather just have Wilts, though. So there's a couple of these there's a lot of these little details on things that you want to shore up. The thing I'm confident of is that you want monkeys. That's about where my confidence stops. You want monkeys, you want 4 Elite Guardmages. The other details and little things that go into it from there, I think you need a lot more testing than I did here in the hour and a half. But those are my big takeaways. This card was nuts. Play it. The core of the deck seems very reasonable to work on. Seems decent. Does Mothra fit this? I don't know what problem Mothra is really solving. Like, I don't know, like, do we need help against sweeper decks? Maybe, if so, maybe Mothra is okay. Mothra also probably just gets bounced by Teferi before they sweep your board, though, so, like, who knows? Alright, what are we doing next? We got a bunch of standard decks we want to get to today. Up next, we are going to play some Jeskai Fires featuring, nope, this is regular Fires. Jeskai Cycle Fires is coming up next. There's too many decks, chat. Jeskai Cycling Fires here, with Ominous Seas, and some Doom Inevitables, and some Shark Typhoons, and some Boon Wish Givers. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I get everything flipped over and set up for this next one. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to run to the restroom too.